12 unbelievable military failures caught on camera. The military has been training and managing military ships, equipment, and weapons for a long time because doing so requires responsibility and is not simple. Additionally, doing so can result in costly mistakes or incidents from which no one is immune. So today, we'll show you the 12 military failures that were caught on camera. 1. A cruise liner that a Venezuelan Navy coastal patrol boat, allegedly rammed after being given the order to change course, sank in the Caribbean. The naval vessel Maguana allegedly fired rounds in an act of aggression in international waters, according to the owners of the RCGS Resolute, which is flying the Portuguese flag. The cruise ship, which has a reinforced hull for cruising in ice waters, sustained relatively minimal damage as a result of the collision. The Resolute was charged by Venezuela with engaging in aggression and piracy. The cruise ship was bringing mercenaries to assault military bases in Venezuela, it adding that this possibility did not rule out. Previously, President Nicolas Maduro claimed that the United States and other nations are attempting to depose him. 2. The German Navy frigate FGS Sachsen F219 was involved in a missile accident on June 21 off the coast of Norway. The deck launcher in front of the bridge was used to fire a missile, but the missile didn't fly and burned out in the launcher, causing significant damage. Heat and fire damaged the launcher, the deck surrounding it, and the bridge. 2 sailors suffered minor wounds. For SSM-2 and ESSM missiles, the launcher, a 32-cell MiG-41 Mod 10 VLS, is employed. Frigate was en route to Harstad, Norway, for evaluation and research. 3. A Kuwaiti crew driving a T-72 during a practice run for Tank Biathlon 2015, which was held in Russia for the 3rd time, was unable to manage the momentum and pushed their steel monster into an uncontrollable drift that resulted in a spectacular flip. The incident was captured on camera. The Kuwaiti soldiers accelerated their 41-ton armored giant a little too hard before a tight turn as they were getting ready for an amazing spectacle at the international competition in Russia. To the surprise of witnesses, they sent the tank flying into the air while attempting to slide the vehicle sideways, causing it to tumble onto its side before coming to rest immobile. According to Defense, Armed Forces, and military hardware blogger Alexei Klopotov, the crew of the tank made it out alive and well, with only minor bruises. 4. Merkava. During a drill on Sunday in the Jordan Valley, an IDF Merkava tank turned on its side while it was being loaded onto a moving truck. Fortunately, there were no significant injuries recorded. When questioned whether recording the loading procedure is a good idea, a soldier who just so happened to be filming it responds, "I think it's a good idea. You never know what to expect when watching a tank moving uphill. I'm hoping nothing takes place." The tank can be seen accelerating violently before flipping upside down and nearly running over the commander who was attempting to assist the driver onto the moving truck as the driver starts to nudge the tank ahead on its uphill climb onto the moving truck. 5. The T-34, an outdated Russian tank that had previously led a military parade in Western Russia, embarrassingly barrel rolled off the flatbed as it was being loaded onto a trailer. The tank driver was unharmed, but eyewitnesses reported that fuel had started to leak from the tank following the incident. The repair unit that arrived at the scene quickly loaded the tank onto the trailer, after which it was delivered to the point of deployment. 6. After temporarily tumbling to the ground on the cobblestone plaza on Saturday. The bikers were a part of a group marching in France that was drawing patterns on the Place de la Concorde in central Paris as part of a well-organized performance. At a lavish procession honoring Bastille Day, the performance was taking place in front of President Emmanuel Macron and other visitors. Later in the event, there appeared to be a problem with the colored smoke jets spraying, and as a result, it was difficult to see the French flag in the sky. The crowd and Macron cheered when the rider turned the car around. 7. During a training session at Fort Bliss, a U.S. Army M1A2 Abrams main battle tank inadvertently fired on another tank. Several sources said that an Abrams tank struck a tank belonging to its own cavalry regiment at a distance of 2,600 meters. Accidentally, one soldier was hurt when the 1002 multi-purpose training bullet struck his tank. The crew of the tank was fast to offer assistance. 8. Paratroopers. You've all seen how the airborne assault is deployed, in which soldiers fall out of the plane one at a time, and their parachutes open as soon as they land. Have you ever wondered how so many parachutes can become confused? There is a typical troop drop, but then what we discussed occurs. Several parachutes collide with one another and become tangled. More than one or even two such instances may occur per flight. For instance, when a paratrooper's parachute collides with another, covering it, and the soldiers then fly together with only one parachute. Fortunately, no one was hurt. 9. On June 7, 2019, the U.S. Navy's U.S. Chancellorsville of the Ticonderoga class and the Russian Navy's Admiral Vinogradov of the Udaloy class came dangerously close to colliding in the Philippine Sea. Pictures and video show the two ships perilously close to colliding, and the Navy claims that in order to prevent a severe disaster, Chancellorsville had to completely reverse its engines. On June 7, 2019, a tweet from the U.S. Navy's official Twitter account stated, U.S. Chancellorsville was forced to maneuver to avoid collision as Russian destroyer Udaloy I, Admiral Vinogradov, conducted a dangerous and unprofessional approach in the Philippine Sea. In order to avoid colliding with the Russian destroyer Udaloy I, which was approaching from behind and alongside within 50 to 100 feet in the Philippine Sea, the U.S. Chancellorsville was obliged to turn all of her engines back to full power while recovering its helicopter. 2 videos and 2 images of the encounter, which the Navy later released, confirm how close the ships were before the Chancellorsville was able to drop back and out of harm's way. The images seem to be stills taken by a camera turret, which may have been on a P-8A Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft that was passing close by, or from the cruiser's helicopter, if the incident had forced it to abandon its retrieval. 10. Black Hawk on November 29th. The choppers were on standby to evacuate Australians from Fiji in the event of a military coup when Black Hawk 221 crashed into the deck of the HMAS Kanimbla on November 29, 2006, and 9 armed forces personnel were rescued from the waters. 11. SVOR-100. A military exercise named Caucasus 2020 was performed by the Russian military in conjunction with forces from 6 other nations. Several weapons were tested during this training, but an intriguing video depicting the launch of the SVOR-100 missile defense system has gained popularity on social media. The first missile fired from the SVOR-100 successfully reached the target and ended the exercise. But the second missile that successfully detached from the launcher crashed into the launcher, just as the missile was about to take off and failed, landing on top of the launch vehicle as the soldiers managed to flee behind the trucks. 12. Japanese destroyer JS Kunisaki collided with Brisbane's Portside Wharf while attempting to dock. No passengers or bystanders were hurt, but the ship was left with obvious damage. The 178-meter ship can be seen swinging its stern around and directly into the pier in camera footage from the moment of the incident, shaking nearby objects. The exact causes of this catastrophe are yet unknown, however. Local media have suggested that bad judgment was a major factor. Well, this is the end. Friends, thanks for watching. Please let us know in the comments which instance surprised you the most, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to never miss another intriguing video.